Hello, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Um, Today is Tuesday morning and it's 9:14. I decided to do a small topic about any fees that the buyer have to pay for when they buying the house. There's a lot of people don't understand, even though they buy house a second time, they still very confused. So I decided to do a small videos and showing everybody so that they can understand one more time what fees they have to pay for. And if you still don't understand, feel free to call me and my number 240-579-4888. I will be more than welcome to walk you through everything. Okay, so this is the page when you have a settlement, right? When you go to a settlement, this is called the final OTA. The final CD is a different one. It has all the loan fee and everything right in a different format. This is the same thing, but it's right in a different format for the agent and for the buyer to easier to understand. This is called a final OTA. And you will see that the buyer on the right hand side, the sellers on the left hand side. And now I'm going to talking about the fee the buyer have to pay for when they buy the house. So this fee is going to be staying on the right hand side. On the right hand side, you see there's a buyer side, and you see the debit column and you see the credit column. The debit column meaning that this is the column has all the fees the buyer have to pay for. The credit column is the column that has all the fees that the buyers already pay for and is listed there, or the buyers get credit for. Okay, so let's dive in. So now the buyers buying the house at 360,000. You will see the wholesale price at 360,000. Then you go to the credit column, you see 10,000 there. It says security deposit. So this is the security deposit that is holding buyer and seller in the contract. So then the buyer and the seller cannot cancel the contract illegally. It has to be in the legal way, like it has to be something legit, like loan denial or loss disability of making money, um, or all that. It has to be a legal reason. Okay, you cannot wake up in the morning and say I don't want to buy the house anymore, or the seller cannot wake up in the morning and say I don't want to sell the house anymore. It's not like that. You're going to lose a security deposit. Okay, it has to be a legal way. There's a lot of legal ways to cancel the contract depending on the strategy that the selling agent using. So on the case, they want to cancel the contract. Consult with the real estate agent how to cancel the contract legally, okay? Don't wake up in the morning and just call the selling agent and said, I want to cancel the contract, or listing agent and say, I want to cancel the contract. You automatically will lose security deposit. And the amount we see here is $10,000. It's because the buyer is a very serious buyer. They're putting down a $10,000 for security deposit, holding buyer and seller in escrow. That means they are a serious buyer. They're not going to cancel the contract illegally for any silly way, because they're going to lose $10,000. For instance, if the security deposit is only like a little bit, $2,000, then the chance they cancel the contract is very high. They only lost $2,000, so they might cancel the contract illegally, and they only lost $2,000. So if the larger security deposit is the more serious that they want to buy the house. Okay. Now let's go down to the next line. We'll see 288,000. That is the loan amount, showing the lender is giving the buyer 288,000 to buy this house. That's why it stay in the credit column. The lender is giving $288,000 for the loan amount. So the buyer is down about 20%. The next one is $31.68. That is a lender credit. I don't know what that credit is, but it's a lender credit. So the buyer's receiving $31.68 from the lender. Then go down to the next page. This one is the next line. This is the property tax. It goes straight to the county. You see right here? This one is the property tax. Whenever you're buying the house, the county is collect the property tax in advance, around 6 months in advance, so that they can allow transferring ownership from one owner to another owner. And then the buyer, because they buying the house at the end of the month, the end of the year, and the policy is that when you buy a house at the end of the year, the county, they want to collect the 6 months of property tax in advance in order for them to agree transferring ownership. Then the buyers pay for 6 months in advance, and then it's credit the seller 6 months in advance over here because the sellers already paid for it, so it's credit back the seller. But just talk about the buyer side, they have to pay 6 months in advance in order for them to transferring ownership. This one goes straight to the county, and that's mean they pay 6 months of property tax. They don't have to pay for property tax in the next 6 months. And then HOA fee, the buyer have to pay for from the 17th November to the 1st of the December, because the sellers already paid for it and they bought the house from December, middle of the month. Then they have to pay for the HOA fee that the sellers already paid for, and that's why it stay in the debit column. Then go down here is a loan fee. Loan fee is a fee that when you buying house using loan money, then you have to pay for the loan fee. It's depending on which loan type you use, which company that you going to borrow the money from. They might charge different broker fee and lender fee and all that. So it's really much depend. You cannot not compare from one lender to the other lender, or this loan type to another loan type. Depend on the loan type you use to buy the home, it can be different. Okay, so this loan fee is in there when you're using to buy house using loan. The only thing different is a cash buyer. When you go to buy house using cash 100%, this is the only fee that is different. You don't have to pay for this. Anything else will stay the same. Okay, and then you go down, you see escrow. What do I say escrow? This is the home insurance and the property tax that the lender collecting this money and put them in escrow. So $295.41 is go in the escrow account. And then the 2 months of property tax is collect in advance. It's also go into the escrow account. What is the escrow account? This is the money that the mortgage company opened it there to put it in, so that they collect all the property tax and home insurance and putting it there. When it's come up to the time they need to pay for the bill, they go to the escrow account and take that money out to pay for your bill. The lender when the mortgage company has to have the escrow account in order for them to collect this money. It's no interest, so that they know that the home always have home insurance and the home always pay for property tax, because the lender mortgage company, they still own the house. They don't want to own any other liens into the property, or they don't want to something happen with the property and there's no insurance to protect the property. That's why they have an escrow account open. Okay, down the road, the next 10 years or 14 years, for 30 years, 20 years, whenever you selling your home, you pay up your mortgage, you can go in your mortgage account online, or you can call straight to the mortgage company and tell them, hey, I sold my house, I pay up my loans already, everything's already off. Can you look at in my escrow account to see is there anything is still in there? If it is something in there, please give me back the money. Or This is something I always ask all the seller to call and ask for your money back. Is there anything still in escrow? But the mortgage company, they always send it back to you anyway, because they don't keep your money. If you already sold your house and you pay off your loan, they will automatically know this money not belong to them. They automatically will release to you. You don't even have to call them, but you just call them because your money. It's good to remind them. Um, and then next one is a government fee. There's a recording fee, recording the deed, and that is 120. Okay. And then the next one is the transfer tax. This is the fee is mandatory when you're buying the house. You have to pay for it. Either you're buying the house using cash or using the loan money. The transfer tax, there's three different things. There's a regulation tax and transfer tax for county and transfer tax for state. And it's split evenly between the buyer and the seller. The next one you see is title fee. Title fee is mandatory. These fees are mandatory. When it's actually different from the title company. If you're using different title, they might charge you different, slightly different. Usually the real estate agent will know which company is best, so to refer you, and then you go with that person, you go with that company. This is a company the buyer go with. What is it? Home First Title Group. Yeah, that's the title company they use. And then there's one fee in here is optional. It's the title owner policy. That $1,342.40. This one is not mandatory. It's optional, meaning the buyer can buy it or don't buy it. It's okay to not buying it or don't want to buy it, or if you want to buy it. So but in my opinion, it's best to have it than not having it. The reason why I say that is because it's protect your title. Of course, the title company always doing lien search. So when the time the settlement happened, their company already do a lien search and there is no liens, and that's why they allow for the settlement to happen, but it not guaranteed. Meaning that's maybe something down the road, sometime down the road, there may be someone standing at the court and putting lien into the house, or at the time of the settlement happen, somebody standing at the same time the courthouse and filing the paperwork to put lien into the house, and that belonged to the previous owner. And then in the next 10 years you selling your house, they doing the lien search, it pops up that there's liens into the house that not belong to you, and suddenly you don't have a owner policy to protect you. It's very hard to go after people to clear the lien. It's best to have it, so then the title company will protect you. You can make the claim, said that, hey, I have the title owner policy, please help me out to take off the lien, and then they will fight for it. If they can't fight for it, they will pay for it. Okay, that's the reason why you should have a title owner policy. And the next one is a broker fee. It depends on which broker company you go with. This one that's Kelly Williams is charging for $395. And this next one you have is HOA fee. HOA fee is the one-time fee for transferring owner from one another. They charging some fee for setting up the new account for the new owner. And then home insurance. Home insurance always pay 1 year in advance. When you buying the house, the title company collect a 1 year of home 1 year of home insurance, and then send to the home insurance company. Okay, so then you have your home protect for the whole year. You pay for the home insurance protecting you for the whole year. Now I have a lot of customer or clients at the time the settlement, they always question me why I pay for a whole year of home insurance already, but why I still paying for it every month. You collecting it, the mortgage company collecting it, and put them where? I pay for the mortgage, I pay for home insurance, and I pay for property tax every month. Why do I pay for this in a 1 year already, but I still have to pay for it in my mortgage statement? Well, that is what something they collecting in advance. Okay, you pay for this 1 whole year already, but you still paying for it every single month, and they put them in somewhere that I call escrow. Okay, every month you see in the mortgage statement, you see the home insurance, and you will see property tax that you collecting. You pay for it every month, and it goes straight into the escrow account, and the mortgage company will collect it there and keeping it there. Then when the bill come, they will go into the escrow account and see the money in there is enough, and they take that money out, pay for your home insurance, and then pay for your property tax. Okay, and that's what you pay for every single month, and it stay in your escrow. You pay for your principal and interest, and you also pay for your home insurance and property tax in advance. Okay, it's going the escrow account. Understand that? If you still don't understand, feel free to call me. I can go walk you through everything again. Okay, I'm more than welcome to go through with you whenever you want. Any question come up, feel free to call me. My job will never end when you're buying house or selling house with me. Whenever you have question, feel free to call me at my number 240-579-4888. I will walk you through everything until you understand it. Okay, and so to sum up, everything on the debit column adding together, this is the amount. Everything on the credit column adding together, this is the amount. And then you take the debit column, subtract the credit columns, you got the amount for the cash to close. So this is how much the buyer had to come up for closing, including down payment, including all the fees up there. Adding together is $81,367.96. Okay, so that is all for the fee that the buyer have to pay for. We have loan fee, we have escrow account, we have the government fee, transfer tax fee, title fee, broker fee, HOA fee, and home insurance fee. Okay, and these are the fees mandatory when you're buying houses. These are the fee that you have to pay for. Well, the only thing different is the loan fee. If you're buying house using cash money, you don't using loan or no lender, then this is a fee that you can save. Okay, that's the only thing different. Don't think that anything else will be disappear. Everything else stay the same. Oh, escrow account. You don't have an escrow account. If you already pay, if you buy the house using cash money, you don't have escrow. You don't have loan fee. Okay, but you pay for your own property tax. The government, the county will send you your property tax bills, and then you pay for your own property tax bills. Okay, there's no escrow needed to keep. Yeah, phone ring. Hello. Anyway, so that's all for today. That's all the fee that the buyer have to pay for. Anyone still have any question, feel free to call me at my number 240-579-4888. I will be more than happy to walk you through one more time. Thank you so much, and you guys have a wonderful day.